Hello mate, how's it going and welcome to a very special video. Now, today marks the start of Millennium Arch's maiden voyage into Sunday League football, and in fact marks the first time the lads have played any sort of fixture together. Now in a normal year you'd probably expect that we'd have done a few pre-season friendlies without showing you guys, but this is 2021 and it's not been a normal year, so I mean the less said about that the better. Now somehow today is game week 2, with last week's opponents having to postpone our first game because they decided they wanted to pull out the league before even playing a fixture. So today's opposition, Northwood Stags, have already played one game and won one game, showing that this will be a baptism of fire for the Archers, both in terms of fitness and quality. And if you can't tell, I'm recording this slightly ill, which means I'm as useless off the pitch at the moment as I am on it. So without further ado, let's run you through the starting 11 for Millennium Arch's first ever game. As always, Tim's the gaffer with Ooms as his right hand man. Charlie Moore starts in goal. We have a back four of Joe Grange, Josh, Captain Max and Rafi. A midfield pivot of Felipe and Shay. Ims will start in the 10 role today, trying to get on the ball a bit more with Sahil and Louis either side of him, and we have a lone striker today of Ahmed. The substitutes today are Tommy, myself, Sheikh and Moses, so a very, very strong starting 11, but also a very strong bench, plenty of options to pick from later in the game. And we are underway and the sideline is full of excitement.
God, the first ball's been kicked for Arch, what a day.
Or maybe not, a bit more energy please Ducker, but the first tackle of the game is going to go for Millennium Arch as Sahil throws it down the line for Ahmed, who takes it on the bounce and beats about 4 defenders, and he's through wide already. He's not going to score from this angle surely, he's going to have to find a cutback, is he? He does. He finds Ims, can Ims get a shot? He can. Deflected wide, corner ball early on from Millennium Arch, and that is the start that we wanted. Well, the Archers need to try and build on this early momentum as they play the ball all the way back to Max, who's taking a heavy touch him in tackle, and now Northwood Stags can try and spring the first attack of their own. It's a counter-attack, they've got 4 or 5 men forward, they're going to try and shoot from range, straight at Charlie, gathers at the second attempt, but that is a let-off for the captain, because that was a poor touch, which is you wouldn't normally expect from Max. Now a free kick on the halfway line for the Stags, which is launched into the box, is headed away, but it's still retained by Northwood Stags. Going to try and get a cross in. Just try not to foul your man. They do get the cross in. Headed away by Josh, who goes down straight away. And the follow-up shot is well over the bar. But Josh Verroken has stayed down here. And honestly, this kid would header a brick if it meant there's a slight chance at winning the game. So we hope he's okay to continue. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you see this kid header in the post in the next 5 minutes. Well, Northwood Stags just get a little bit of momentum in this game now, just finding a foothold as number 10 hits the ball into the box, which is straight at Charlie, and he holds it comfortably. But as soon as he's held the ball, Josh has gone down. And I think it's an earlier challenge on his ankle that's just starting to take its toll on him. So already down with a head injury and now down with an ankle injury. Josh has really been in the wars early on. And he is going to be replaced by Sheikh, who's going to come on in midfield and drop Felipe into centre-back. But like I said, this guy would run through a brick wall for the team. It just so happens that on this occasion it's taken a toll on him. But knowing Josh as I do, I think 10 minutes on the sideline he'll be right as rain to come back on. We'll shake straight into the action here as he plays a simple ball back to Joe Grange, who plays the ball of his life over the top to Ahmed. He's going to dink the keeper as he is. But the flag's up and you can hear the reaction from the sidelines. You can watch that back. There is no way that's offside, and Joe Grange has been robbed of the assist of his life. And now the Stags have a chance for a free kick to put another ball into the box, and they stand it up towards the back post. They win the first header. The second one is diverted at goal and Charlie holds, but there's a counter-attack on here if he can find Louis. But it looks like he's just kicked the ball straight out of play.
Yes, Louis! Imagine if he took it in his stride, we scored from it. Imagine.
Showboat reel. Hey, Louis! Love that, yeah?
Well, showboat reel indeed, and look at this for a touch. It's Ibrahimovic-esque.
A little bit naughty that.
Now Rafi tries to drive Millennium Arch forward as he takes the ball all the way from right back inside. He jinks inside of his man and loses it, but he's going to get it straight back here and try and slip a ball through to Louis. Can Louis finish it? Big chance for Arch to take the lead, just wide by Louis, but you have to feel a goal is coming. It's like a basketball game here. It's properly end-to-end stuff as the Stags now have a chance to build an attack, and they play the ball into the box. It's a perfect touch by the forward and an even better tackle by Max. What a challenge from the captain, and can we just admire this for a ball as well, outside the boot, about a 40-yard pass straight to Ahmed, and now the Arch have a chance to counter. It's Louis on the overlap. He's going to try and cut his head onto his right foot. Can't quite make it past the defender, but what a pass that was from Max. Firstly with the tackle and a brilliant ball the outside of his boot to set Ahmed through. And approaching half time now, the Arch have a chance just to lob the ball into the box. It's absolute pinball in there. It's falling about. It comes to Josh.
Yes! Yes! Come on! go, boys. Just hold on.
Wait, boys,
Come on. Let's get on camera. I beg I got that camera. Come on. I beg I got that camera.
Josh.
I was gonna say something, man. But it's on camera.
That's man's dog, please.
Well, what a day this guy's having. He had a head injury, he's come off with an ankle injury, he's come back on, the ball's put in the box, absolute pinball. The keeper's made a really good save from close range, and just as Louis looks like he's shaping up for a boner, Josh pokes it home. This was the first ever goal for Millennium Arch. And now Northwood Stags are going to try and get something just before half time. The quick reply would be ideal for them, as Felipe intercepts the ball, but he's dispossessed, and now it's a 3-on-2 for Northwood Stags. It's played over to the far side, it's massively overhit. It's a poor ball, and Charlie's going to pick that up. Try and waste a little bit of time, run the clock through to half time. And just on the brink of half time is a corner for Northwood Stags. He's lofted into the box and it's headed at goal, and it's just wide. And that is half time.
You see a pass and they've got time, hit them.
Usually, the first pass you see is the best option.
Especially if we're just building an attack slowly, we're just starting, we've got it in the defence. If you see a pass, just lay it off, turn, do something, it will create space for someone else.
Fucking show for it, boys. We can't have Max pinned in the corner flag.
You're forgetting, like,
We can't have him pinned in the corner flag. Someone needs to tell him to get lined, or someone's free for
Just give
it.
me a shout.
We're not a tall team either, so we're always hitting it wrong. We can't all win the headers. We're
It's
not
one
a
of
tall
the
team.
you two trust me and I need to get there.
Play to our strengths, man.
Charlie, solid half first time. Keep more vocal, yeah?
Well, so far so good then for Millennium Arch as they look to get the second half underway in their first ever game in Sunday League, finding themselves 1-0 up as the second half begins. Now, just words of encouragement at half time, nothing too in depth as you could hear from the likes of myself, Max and Ims. Just keep the ball simple, keep doing what we're doing, and let's try and see this game out. And if we can build on the lead, that would be ideal. Well, it's our hosts that are starting the second half, the slightly stronger side, as they throw the ball into play and just try and retain possession on the edge of our box, which is something they did well for the whole game, to be fair. They're going to try and work a shot on the edge of the box, either they are, and it's high, wide and not so handsome, but danger signs there. And it's the Stags now looking to come forward again, and it's the number 16 who just jinxed the ball over Moses. He's going to play it inside, and I have to say that credit where it's due. One thing that Northwood Stags were really good at throughout this game was just keeping the ball in the midfield. Look at this, it's just such a good pass on the edge of the box. It just seems to be when they get further forward that they struggle, because they meet things like that. And that is Felipe flying in like a steam train. Clean challenge, what a challenge. It's strong but it's fair, and that's exactly what we want from our defensive minded players. We need players like that in every team. You've got the players that will grab you the goal and get on the highlight reel and do these little fancy back kills, but sometimes you need simple players. Like our Josh Moses, number 37, is never ever going to put his foot under the ball and clip a ball to the back post. He's just going to clear it. And that's Misha up there. Beautiful ball from Moses. He just clips the bottom of the ball and stands up to the back post when quite easily he could have just put his foot through it. And I must say that everyone on the bench was expecting him to do exactly that. Well, the Stags just looking to clear that free kick now, but it's a really poor kick and it's going to fall to Ahmed. He's going to shoot, surely while the keeper's out of his goal. It's an easy save though. Should probably do better with that, but the keeper's got to try and clear this better than his defender did from that free kick. And it looks like he can't. This is an awful kick and it's going straight back to him. This time it's Louis, keeper further out of his goal. It's a brilliant save to keep him out, but Ahmed's going to follow up. He sits the keeper down and dinks it against the post.
What a Hey, lads, we should be about 9-0 up. What's going? Ref, come on.
Well, what a save by the goalkeeper there, and how's Ahmed missed on the follow after sitting the keeper down? So unlucky. And speaking of missing things, here's number 13 allowing very generously Louis to drive through on goal on his right hand side. He's going to try and cut onto his right foot, but can't do so and it's blocked. And let's see exactly what he was doing. Well, it's a game with Twister. It's left hand yellow, right knee red. Very, very good show of flexibility. Well done, that man, to the number 13. But I would maybe say stick to playing left back, because if it's for a better effort from Louis at the end of this, there's a good chance for 2-0 there. And I don't think you get bonus points for whacking out a game of Twister in a game of football. Another chance for Arch now to come forward as the ball's run back by Moses and given to Louis. He's going to try and cut inside. It's a step over, a ball roll, another step over. It's a brilliant ball through to Ahmed. Can he finish? He's going to try and cut onto his left foot. Shot blocked. He's going to try and let off to Louis this time. Doesn't quite make it to him. Good challenge. Pinball stuff again. It's just cleared away. Now another chance for the Arch to come forward, and it's a carbon copy of that attack a minute ago as Louis cuts inside and releases Ahmed, who's onside again. He's through his two hands in the back. He's pushed. It's a penalty, surely, referee.
That's a pen, ref. Max.
Well, it is a penalty, and you can see me there telling Max to go and take the penalty from centre-back. There's no way I'm letting anybody else have that, and let's see a replay of that decision. But it's Ahmed, he is onside. In slow motion you can see there's two hands in the back. It's just on the line, maybe just inside, just outside. That's up for you to decide. And it seems that for once Max has actually decided to listen to me.
There's a bit in there.
Well, there you go. Considering I had to force him to grab the penalty and make him pull rank on it, we're both very, very confident about exactly where this is going. I'll put my mortgage on bottom right, honestly. Mortgage on bottom right. Well, there you go. Mortgage on bottom right. Student loan as well, as he steps up and hits it into the bottom right. It's a brilliant penalty. The keeper went the right way but can't save it. And there's that confidence paying off. And you can see, as I jog up to Max, you can see what it means to both of us. We share a little embrace. And he comes straight over to straight over to Tim, looking very dapper in his white shoes and his white shirt on match day in the middle of Watford. Goes past Josh, the first goal scorer. A really wholesome moment as he goes through everyone involved in Millennium Arch. And look at this penalty. Ice in his veins, cut him open and he bleeds purple. He will do anything for this club, and I'm so glad he's put that away. And as we say that, there's a chance for an instant reply for Northwood Stags as the ball somehow fallen to their player in the box and they've struck it and they've scored. And it's 2-1, so no quicker than we've made it 2-0. Have Northwood Stags pulled it back to 2-1, and credit to them. Can't quite see how the ball ended up falling to their forward, but it has done. Let's see if we can get another look. It's just hooked over the top. Josh has sort of headed it. It's hit Max and it's fallen, and it's been hit past Charlie. No chance at all, and that is so unfortunate. And it's 2-1. Game on. And now almost immediately they're going to get another chance here, are they? They're just fumbling their way around the edge of the box. There's a foul in there, I think there is, and it's going to be a free kick right outside the box. 20 yards out. It's going to be such a good chance for them to get level at 2-1 almost immediately after going 2-0 down. With a number 10 to step up. Firm wall there. Strikes the ball, hits Max Harrison, the captain. The ball didn't break. Did really, really well to keep it like that. And now they're just going to try and set up for a long shot, although they are. And it's just wide, but they're starting to put on some serious pressure now to try and get an equaliser. And what a ping this is by Max, by the way. From a goal kick, he clears the entire defence, and Ahmed puts the pressure on the last defender and wins a corner. And if someone could put this away, they'd make themselves a hero by surely sealing the game, as a 3-1 lead would be almost irretrievable.
Oh, yes!
Well, that's not quite going to do it. It's an awkward one. He couldn't really see the ball and it's come at him at shin height and he's just tried to get anything on it and it's cleared the bar. But I don't think Ahmed would be looking back on that one with any great fondness anytime soon. Well, still to end this is Northwood Stags are going to look to just throw the ball in the box from this very deep free kick. They're going to do so. Any touch to send it goals would be really helpful for them, and it's a great connection. It's an even better save from Charlie Moore, and listen to the reaction from the sidelines.
Charlie fucking Moore.
Well, it's such a clean connection, he's surely got to go in. He gets two hands to it and pushes it further away. I think it's Max who just then clears it up the pitch. And now a chance for time waste. So they're going to ping the ball over to Rafi on this near side. And he's just going to run for the corner flag. And you think, no foul, do not foul him. Do not give us a chance to have a free kick. And they push him straight over. So the free kick to be taken short to Ims, who's absolutely massive. There's no way you're getting Ims off the ball here. Well, they've managed to win a throw from it, and number 13 is going to take the throw, and he's just got to throw it up the line, get someone to flick it on and try and generate one last attack to get an equaliser. So number 13 take the throw, he's going to throw it back to his goalkeeper. What's he done here? Ahmed's going to tackle him and seal it, surely.
No one's filming! No one even filmed it. Like they're filming where the foul was.
It ain't over yet. Ain't fucking over.
I'm in complete disbelief that he's throwing the ball back to his goalkeeper there, and Ahmed's come from so far to pressure him, and he kind of forced the keeper to miss his touch. I don't think that's a mistake on the keeper's part, and you don't give the Pyramid Pele a tap in like that because he's not going to miss. And it's 3-1 and that's game sealed, and you can see the frustration in Northwood Stags now as they just rifle one over the crossbar from range, and everyone says the referee as he puts his whistle to his mouth and blows the full-time whistle. So it's 3-1 to Millennium Arch in their first ever game in Sunday League against Northwood Stags. And for all the banter, to be fair to them, they did really, really well. Northwood Stags are really tough opposition and they probably deserved a few more goals Then they did get Charlie making an amazing save as I for some reason jump on the crossbar, so you can see how excited I am. But Northwood Stags probably deserved a little bit more out of that game if they put some of their chances away with a bit more clinical. Charlie made, you know, some brilliant saves. If they didn't make that mistake with the throw in at the end and then give the penalty away, then it could have been a different game. But yeah, banter aside, respect to Northwood Stags. Thanks for hosting us. A very nice pitch, nice group of players, most of them, and same can be said for the management staff. So we wish them the best of luck in the season. And you can really see the team spirit here building. These players are the first time they've ever played together, all assembling for a group photo after the game. And with our game next week being postponed to a rearranged cup fixture, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time against 3 steps in the league. And a final shout out before we end the video, just to Koenig Sportsworkers. Look at this kit that they've designed for us. So much hard work has gone in behind the scenes for both us and them. I think it's worth giving them a shout out towards the end of the video. And also to the people who turned up to watch the game in person that aren't part of the club. I think that was a massive thing to have people come down to support our first ever game. So please like, share the video and help us get a little bit of coverage on this first video. And keep yourself in the loop on Twitter and Instagram ahead of our next game, and we'll see you then.